Hi first years, so I'm going to see if I can do a quick video on how to do the configurations. A reminder, you want to start drawing on the front plane. So I'm repeating here what I did in class. I'm going to hit the S key, so I'm going to rush through this a little bit. You're just going to have to cope, unfortunately. So make sure it's dimensioned, and then I'm going to right click and extrude it. 10 mils is fine. This is just an exercise. So on this new face, I'm going to put a new sketch. This is essential. Please put the sketches on different planes. S key. A lot of you went to corner rectangle. Please use the 3-point rectangle because you want it to be at an angle. If it's not at an angle, there's going to be a problem. I forgot to dimension that, so let's just see if I can find. There it is there. Get these dimensions to be come on, and this must be parallel, the dimensions. Okay, so this sketch is now properly constrained, but it is not fully defined. I want that midpoint there to be coincident with this one here. So when I let go the mouse, I just pop them in. And then I need an angle. Okay, I'm going about this in a slightly different order to what I did in class. It'll still work. So let's activate Smart Dimension, click, let go, wait till this button highlights, click, wait till an arrow highlights, click, drag your angle out, and then type something in. Right, okay, it doesn't matter what that is. And I'm going to extrude this. So right click, extrude, and we'll make that 5. Oops, 5. Sweet. All right, so now I can use this dimension to put my hand anywhere I want. The way to get the configurations to work is to click on the configuration manager. You can rename the first configuration and then copy paste it. I'm going to show you how to. I'm just going to click in this, hit the F2 button. Let's call this, what was it, 1025. 25. Okay, and then I'm going to copy that and paste it. So you'll see a copy. I'm going to rename that one as, what was it, 0220, so that I know which times I'm looking at. All right, so what you do now is go back to your feature manager. Well, actually, you don't need to. All you need to do is click on this item, the little hand, and then double click on the angle dimension, because it's the only one we need to change. And you'll see in the right corner next to the dimension, this drop down which says all configurations. You want to change it to this configuration, and then you can give it whatever dimension you need to give it. The other way this works is if you double click on this, sometimes it doesn't go to the screen. Doesn't do it inside the graphics area. Now I can't get it to go in the other direction. It's a little bit tricky. Okay, so sometimes it'll activate. There we go. Sometimes it'll activate in the left-hand side under the properties bar. So just scroll down to primary value, and then under configurations, you'll get these 3 options. So it'll default to all configurations. You want this configuration. So what you've done now is you've actually created the potential for 2 different dimensions. So if I switch configurations in this button here, nothing will happen. But if I click on this arm and I double click inside here, actually that has changed, but let's make this 120. All right, so nothing's happened until you rebuild. So if I rebuild, you'll see that it's moved the arm. So that's that one. Rebuild. Okay, so there are my 2 configurations. And then the shortcut to be able to make, let's just give this a name, F2 to rename it, minute. Okay, the shortcut to creating a new arm is to grab hold of the sketch, say Control C, just check where it has been placed. It was on the front plane, or it was on this plane, this face actually. Control V. So you've got a new sketch. Edit the sketch. Let's go normal 2. And all you want to do now is you want to drag this point, since the whole thing is, oops, that seems not to be connected. Since the whole, everything's being brought through, just drag that point back on there, and then we can change the dimensions so that this is 6 and that's whatever, 20. Alright, this is for illustration purposes only, and then you can extrude that. So extrude, see, that is 5 moles, that's fine. I'm going to unmerge it just to show you that there are 2 different pieces. And if I click on this one now and I do the same thing, you're going to double click in here. It defaults to all configurations. You want to just change it to this configuration, and let's make this 30 for instance. Nothing will happen until you rebuild. So rebuild, okay, and then if we go to the next configuration, you'll see it's suppressed this last one, so I'm going to unsuppress it. Don't worry about the message, and let's rename this. Let's go hour. I'm flying through this. Okay, so click on that and then double click in here. Oh, it's fine. Actually, you've changed the configuration already, so you can just click once and then just change that to whatever you want it to be, 160 for instance. That'll do it. All right, so that means you've got 2 configurations. There's 1 and there's 2. And hopefully that covers it. Good luck. Cheers.